Hey you guys, I'm Misha Milani, and you guys just tuned into the Misha Milani Academy. Today we're going to learn all about microlinks. Check it out. Microlinks are one of the hottest trends on the market right now. Don't be the last to learn this technique. Okay, you guys, you want to start with a clean head of hair. My client has a natural curl pattern, so I'm going to section it into 4 and I'm going to prepare it to blow dry. I'm using my GHD blow dryer with my 1908 ceramic plated paddle brush. The ceramic plate and the blow dryer work well together because it allows me to straighten my client's hair easier. Or we could just chill like a video guy. Take a couple drinks, put the Henny on ice. Girl, open wide and say I won't get used to the things that you do. Girl, your body might drive me insane. I ain't tripping if I'm not mistaken. You were the one who looked my way. Now you got me hooked on you. Caught in a zone. To tell the truth, my mind's way past blown. Honestly, I can't leave until I tell you that I'm moving all night, baby, to get you home, baby. Hope you don't mind. Okay, ladies, let's get right into it. If you've ever done a sew-in, then you know all about parting with the natural curve of the head. The hair that I'm parting right now is going to be the leave out. If you've ever done a again, I refer to sew-ins a lot because it's weave and it's extensions. If you've ever done an install, then you know minimum leave out is key. But you also have to take into consideration the texture of your client's hair. My client has a fine texture, which is naturally curly, so I want to leave maybe 1.5 inches of hair out. That way it can cover the tracks. You want to separate the leave out by placing a braid or a clip in the hair. This way the leave out is separate from the hair that you're actually going to be working with for your first row of microlinks. MicroLinks 101. The size of your base should be the same size as the bead. We learned this in hair school, ladies. Let's remember. Ladies, this is a crochet needle. As you can see in the video, I'm opening and closing it. This is a double wefted track. I use Virgin Indian hair. I'm going to take the crochet needle and I'm going to place it in between the weft. Do you see that? Place it in between the weft. Apply pressure, pull it through. It's literally right in between the weft. If you want to close the needle, pull the needle through. Here are your M-Link micro beads. You want to use a 3.0 for the majority of the head. Place the needle in between the weft as previously shown. You want to grab the base, which is the hair, the same size as the bead. Close the needle. Push the bead in between the weft as close as you can. Pull your hair through. You want to grab your pliers. Grab the bead with the pliers and close the bead. As you can see this bead. This is for reference only. Let's see that again. You see that bead, ladies? That's where the bead needs to be, but it is not placed correctly. Place the needle in between the weft. Grab the hair. Close your needle, pull it through, slide the bead up. You can set your needle down as you switch to grab the pliers. Take the pliers and close the bead. You want to tuck the bead in the weft. You literally have to place the bead where you want it, or the bead will still be exposed. That bead was perfectly placed, ladies. There will be no exposed beads by the end of this tutorial. You want to repeat all the steps I listed when we did the first bead, but just make sure you tuck that bead in between the weft. Ladies, once you get to the end of the row, you want to grab a pair of shears and you want to cut off the excess track. Pay close attention to any loose beads. You want to grab the pliers and you want to tighten those beads. Ladies, as you work, you want to be sure to lift up the weft. This way you can make sure that no beads are exposed. This is also a way for me to ensure my client is comfortable. I always ask them if they feel anything pulling or if it feels too tight, let me know. This way I can adjust the beads as I work versus having a complaint later. You want to go ahead and part the section that you're going to be working with for the next row of your MicroLink install. Again, the amount of hair that you're pulling through the bead should be equal to the size of the bead. Some wefts have spots that are not ideal to pull the needle through. If you come in contact with that piece of hair, you just want to move over a centimeter to the right or the left, depending on which way you're working around the head. I don't know if you're really feeling me, but I'm definitely feeling you. Hold up. Usually I don't do this, but I'm willing to switch up and do it for you. I don't know if you're really feeling me, but I'm definitely feeling you. If you are, let's get it. Don't play. Let me hit it. Home base. She got the hit like Beyonce. Can I be LJ? Baby girl, I'm just playing. Leave with me, let's go cray. Don't have to fight it, girl. Oh, whoa. As I stated with the last bead of the last row, if the bead is poking or if it's loose, you see how that bead is loose, it's not tight enough, you want to grab your pliers at an angle. You want to apply pressure to the bead from the sides. This way you can open the bead. Pay attention. You see I switched my pliers? You have an angle plier and you have a straight plier. It's totally up to you. If you use the straight plier, you want to put that bead directly in the middle of the hole. This will allow you an easier way to open the bead. Grab the bead, place it where you want it, and close it. Come on, baby. Oh, wait all night, baby, to get you home. Okay, ladies, you want to repeat the same steps. So you're going to take the needle, put it in between the weft. If you guys aren't too sure about what I mean in between the weft, there's literally 2 tracks sewn together. If you know how to use a sewing machine, you can sew 2 tracks together. You want to place that needle in between those tracks. Here's the thing. As you can see, that bead is in a really good spot, but when I closed it, the hair was placed on top of the bead. So I'm just going to grab my comb and I'm going to comb the hair. This way the bead is covered. It's no longer exposed. How about that? Remember what I said about some spots in the weft not being ideal to place a bead? Sometimes the bead, like depending on the lighting, sometimes I feel like you can see the reflection of the bead, but the goal is just for the bead to not be exposed, like just completely poking. If your bead is completely exposed, then I would replace that bead. But if it's just like a reflection of the bead, then leave it. If you need to, ladies, stop the video, grab your mannequin head, and install you some beads.
Yeah, wanna take my time, 'cause I've been waiting. Oh yeah. For this moment, my mind, been blown. I've been waiting. Oh yeah. For this moment, my mind, been blowing. Now focus on you. Oh yeah. Now nothing's gonna stop me from being. I've been waiting. For this moment, my mind, been blowing. Now focus on you. By the end of the night, this will be your favorite song. I've been waiting for this moment. My mind, been blowing. Till I get you back.
Alright, so by now you guys should have this concept down packed. So I'm just going to zoom through here, show you guys how to get this full head done.
Now focus on you. By the end of the night, this will be your favorite song. I've been waiting for this moment. My mind, been blowing. Till I get you back. By the end of the night, this will be your favorite song. Waiting all night, baby, to get you home. Baby, hope you don't mind. Take it, just a minute for me to sweep you off your feet. Girl, hold on tight and don't let go. I think it's time that I take control. Baby, what's your sign? Just gotta know. By the end of the night. Do it like, do it like, do it like it's too easy. Loving me ain't that easy. You do it like it's too easy. I'ma have to find a reason for me to keep you all to myself, 'cause I can't see you with no one else. You do it like it's too easy. You do it like it's too easy, baby. Yeah, I can't get enough. Tell me, girl, like you so dangerous.
Here you have a completed row of MicroLinks. Notice there are no beads exposed. All beads are fully covered, and if you lift the weft up, there's still no beads.
A professional, but I can't let you go.
Let's get to the side of the head. Okay. Again, ladies, you want to part with the flow of the head. I like to do like a kind of curve, not really like a U shape, but follow the curve of the head. And you want to do the same steps. Just make sure you're placing that bead exactly where it needs to go, in between the weft.
Nothing, baby, baby. I'm nothing without you, baby, baby. You do it like it's too easy. Loving me ain't that easy. You do it like it's too easy. I'ma have to find a reason for me to keep you all to myself. Cause I can't see you with no one else. You do it like it's too easy. You do it like it's too easy. Baby, yeah. Just like lightning striking me down, Benjamin Franklin's. Come raining.
I spoke earlier about balance and symmetry. When you're in cosmetology school, they talk to you about symmetry. You want to learn about face shapes and all of that. So when you're installing a MicroLink, you want to make sure you practice symmetry. Symmetry is being made up of exactly similar parts facing each other. So you want the beads to have the same amount of space in between them. This also helps with balance, which is even distribution. If the beads are too far apart from one another on one side, but really close to each other on the other side, it will create tension. There'll be like pockets where the hair isn't as flat to the head as the other side. So if you practice symmetry and balance when you're practicing your installation for MicroLinks, by the time you get ready to accept clients, you will be a master at MicroLinks. Hashtag MicroLink Master. Hopefully. Symmetry and balance are going to be key when you're doing a MicroLink install. You want to make sure all your parts line up equally on both sides. You want to make sure you keep the spacing even and track placing symmetrical on both sides of the head. This will help create balance for an even and polished look.
Do it like it's too easy, baby. Yeah. Just like lightning striking me down, Benjamin Franklin's. Come raining down onto the stages. Money is nothing when we spending time, girl. I'll be patient, waiting. My love, oh, hate to keep you waiting. My love, oh, my love. You right, my up. Hate to keep you waiting. You like, get rough. My love, taste sweet.
Ladies, you want to use whatever rule of thumb that you use for your sew-in installations, the same mindset when you're doing MicroLinks. You have to ensure that there is enough leave out around the head so when your client pulls their hair into a ponytail, all the tracks are covered. Everybody won't be able to achieve a high all the way on top of their head ponytail. It's just inevitable. Some people's edges are too thin. Some people's hair doesn't reach all the way up there. There could be a multitude of factors that could affect track placement. So you want to make sure that you're ensuring the best track placement that fits your client's head. Every install is not the same.
You do it like it's too easy. Loving me ain't that easy. You do it like it's too easy. I'ma have to find a reason for me to keep you all to myself. Cause I can't see you with no one else. You do it like it's too easy. You do it like it's too easy. Baby,
Any exposed beads that you still see, I'm going to take my comb and I'm going to comb the hair over the bead. I never leave a bead exposed unless it's something that I can cover once I comb the hair down. The hair that I'm referring to is the actual weft. Remember I told you have to take the pliers and place the bead in between the two pieces of hair? Sometimes when you close, the hair will get stuck in it. So you just want to take your comb the hair out of the bead, and this will cover the bead.
Alright, we gon' do this tonight, yeah. Let's do this right. We gon' do this tonight, yeah. Oh, when we're together, I swear it's whatever, baby. When we're together, I swear it's whatever, baby. When we're together, I swear it's whatever.
At the blend, this is my raw Indian extensions, which can be purchased on mishamilani.com. They range from 12 inches to 32 inches, and they work flawlessly for MicroLinks.
Let's do this right, we gon' do this tonight, yeah. When we're together, I swear it's whatever, baby. When we're together, I swear it's whatever, alright. If you need me to deal with your issues.
This is a crucial moment of the install. You want to use your fingers as the measurement to ensure that you will have enough hair for coverage on both sides of the part. The part is going to be the part that your client is going to use when she's doing her hair at home. So you want to make sure that your client will have enough hair for coverage, whether she wears a side part, a middle part, a low ponytail, or a high ponytail.
Tell you you ain't gotta worry about a thing. I got you, girl, and I promise. And it's only cause you would do the same. If you heard it, I'll hold you, baby. And I'll be standing right here, I won't leave you hanging.
So you want to make sure that you have enough hair that covers the back of the head, because right under that hair right there, there's going to be a track and it's going to be exposed. So if you don't have hair to cover that, you'll have the staircase effect, which we've all seen in choppy layers and stuff like that. So I just place a track there and I'm going to take it around the side of the head.
Shorty, you gon' feel like I never left ya. What if I told you that I love you and you make me happy? And if you want me, you can have me, we can make this happen. Can't shake this feeling we feeling whenever we're together. Living in the moment and hoping that this will last forever. I got a crush and this thing could be more than love if we made it so. Let's make it so. I know what I got and you know what you got, what we waiting for. I'm ready to go, girl. I won't forgive myself if I just let you walk away. I lose my focus cause I'm thinking about it every day.
Ladies, you want to make sure when you're grabbing that bead is flush with the head.
Let's take a minute, I'm with it if you're with it, okay? Is that okay? Yeah, there ain't no pressure, we can even do this your way. Yeah, patiently waiting, so please believe me when I say, baby, if you need me to deal with your issues.
Here's an example of a not so perfect piece of weft. That weft isn't sewn together perfectly, which makes it a single drawn weft right there instead of a double drawn weft. So what you have to do, what I like to do, is go sometimes on top of the weft instead of going through the bottom. And this will allow me to kind of open up the weft. That way my needle can go in a little bit easier. And if you find it harder to hide the bead on the section of the weft that's single drawn, go over to the left or go over to the right and just grab a piece of hair and repeat the same steps. It's not that big of a deal. But if you have an excessive amount of weft that's single drawn, I would not use it.
Tell you ain't gotta worry about a thing. I got you, girl, and I promise. And it's only cause you would do the same. If you heard it, I'll hold you, baby. And I'll be standing right here, I won't leave.
We're almost at the finish line, ladies. So you want to go in between those wefts and create that part. This is similar to the flip over method. You just want to make sure you have enough hair to cover both sides of the track. So if she has a side part or if it's all the way down, the track should still be covered like so.
No questions. Shorty, you gon' feel like I never left ya. Took me a while to figure out that all I wanted was you. Oh, you. But now that I make sure that when you need me, I'ma hold you tight. Yeah, I'ma do it, I'ma do it, I'ma do it right. When there's no one around, I'm still gonna call you mine.
Ladies, you want to make sure you repeat that process on the opposite side of the head, focusing on balance and symmetry. You want to make sure if your client wears a side part that you take that into consideration and you give her a side part that she's comfortable with prior to picking the part.
My lady, my baby, my headache. You got me going, you got me dreaming while I'm away. Feelings if you love your girl and she means the world, you say ooh. Ladies, if you love your man, help him understand, you say ooh. Because I love you, this is what I do for you. You, with your issues for the day. Tell me you ain't got to worry about a thing. I got you, girl, and I got you, girl, and that's only 'cause you would do the same, baby. If you hurt, I hold you, baby, and I'll be standing right here. I won't leave you hanging on. Ooh, no question, shawty, you gon' feel like I never left you.
I always tell you while you're working to check what you've done. It would be a shame to get all the way to the end and realize you don't have enough leave out. So while you're working, flip the tracks over, flip them back, ask the client how it feels, run your finger through it, all of those things that you would do with any type of installation. You want to make sure you're doing it with MicroLinks. Now you want to make a middle part. My client does wear middle parts. Some people don't wear middle parts, and I'm sure you guys have encountered those people. So it's really not mandatory for them to have a middle part. Put more MicroLinks on the side opposite to where they normally wear their part. But as far as the top of the head with the middle part, you want to create balance. So I like to go ahead and shoot that middle part down the middle and make sure I'm putting the top wefts in the exact same spot but on opposite sides of the head, which is symmetry. As you can see, I have a bead that isn't placed correctly, so I'm using the tail end of my comb to kind of pull those pieces of hair out, and I'm just going to comb it right over the bead. If you're wondering what I'm doing when I have my needle randomly throughout this video, I'm just showing you that I'm replacing the beads. I don't want you guys to think I have like a needle that doesn't run out of beads.
Take my time, 'cause I've been waiting. Oh yeah. For this moment, my mind, my mind been blown. I've been waiting. Oh yeah. For this moment, my mind been blowing, baby. Oh yeah.
Again, symmetry and balance is everything, so you want to make sure that the weft that you're working with on the opposite side of the head is pretty much in the same spot as the other one. Installation complete, ladies. We have installed a complete head of MicroLinks. Look at how it blends. There are no exposed tracks. There are no exposed beads. She can do half up, half down, all the way up. Check it out. So light. I asked her how did it feel. She said she couldn't even feel it in her head. So that's always the goal. You want your clients to be comfortable. If they're going to be uncomfortable, they can probably get a sew-in.
Do it like it's too easy. Loving me ain't that easy. You do it like it's too easy. I'ma have to find a reason for me to keep you all to myself. Cause I can't see you with no one else. You do it like it's too easy. You do it like it's too easy. Baby, yeah, I can't get enough. Tell me a girl like you so dangerous, a professional, but I can't let you go. Can't help me now. What's happiness in an empty house? Nothing, baby, I'm nothing without you, baby. Do it like it's too easy. Loving me ain't that easy. You do it like it's too easy. I'ma have to find a reason for me to keep you all to myself. Cause I can't see you with no one else. You do it like it's too easy. You do it like it's too easy. Baby, yeah, just like lightning.
I am using my H2 Pros, ladies. These flat irons are pretty much indestructible. They run about $200, $250 if you get them from an authorized reseller or if you go to their website. I've had these about 5 years now, and I've had no issues with it. Works on all textures too, so get you some.
Do it like it's too easy. Baby, yeah, just like lightning, striking me down, Benjamin Franklin's. Come raining down onto the stages. Money is nothing when we spending time, girl, I'll be patient, waiting. My love, oh, hate to keep you waiting. My love. Sweet, my love, my love. And now, every part of my heart is yours. Hate to keep you waiting. Hate to keep you waiting. You do it like it's too easy. Loving me ain't that easy. You do it like it's too easy. I'ma have to find a reason for me to keep you all to myself. Cause I can't see you with no one else. You do it like it's too easy. You do it like it's too easy. Baby, yeah.
And that's it, ladies. That's how I style my MicroLinks. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for buying this video. So if you guys have any questions or need any assistance, feel free to reach out to me via text message or email. You can also head over to mishamilani.com to purchase extensions, MicroLink beads, or any of the other products that you saw me use today.
Do it like it's too easy. Baby, yeah, just like lightning, striking me down, Benjamin Franklin's. Come raining down onto the stages. Money is nothing when we spending time, girl, I'll be patient, waiting.